Time is a precious commodity. People use it for all sorts of things. Some use it for work and other responsibilities. Me? I'm going to use time to talk to some really awesome people. I'm Sergio Barrera, and this is A Few Minutes With. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of A Few Minutes With. I am Sergio Barrera, and joining me, as always, is the amazing and awesome Susan Chisholm. And joining us is the amazing and awesome George Alvarado.
Thank you.
Is that better?
I got, dude. I heard the intro and I actually paid attention to the intro, and it said I'm going to talk to some awesome people. So I was like, gosh, I better get, here's the level.
Well, I said some, so
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And I was like, I shouldn't look forward to this, but you know what? It's a win. I'll count today as a win. So
yeah.
I'm
awesome. I was going to say you should count today as a win.
Don't get used to it, man.
I didn't even have to pay you either.
I'm in a bit of a mood, so yeah. I'm going to give you your props this week and introduce you with pizzazz. But next week it's going to go back to and George. So
the George.
Welcome, guys. How's it going?
That's good. It's been a busy week so far.
Indeed, it's been a couple of weeks.
I just saw Fast 10 like a little bit ago.
Oh man, don't tell me. I got to go see it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I'll just say that much. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah. Sometime this weekend I've got to watch it. So, anywho, I want to take a moment to say thank you and hello to those who have joined us already in chat. The Drew is out there. Thank you for being here with us, Drew. And Savage, once again. Both of these are faithful followers of the show, and so they, along with others that we love to see, we're thankful that you're here. But as we begin tonight, we did take last week off and took a little bit of time to get a few things handled in life. And here we are back to continue this journey that we are on. I'm excited about what the next few weeks brings in terms of our week-to-week shows. And so I missed it so much that I thought I'll let Susan lead this one. So
sure.
Well, and here's what I mean. Susan, with the three of us, we have a running list on a group chat that the three of us have, where we submit ideas, and I think we got to give George some props. He's probably the one that contributes more than all the other two of us, but we just don't use his ideas. Instead, we
on occasion.
You actually, Susan, you set us up for this one because, again, we're trying to keep the show to really be about anything, and here and there we will have guests now and then. In fact, recently, Susan, you and I had a chance to talk to Dallas Reams, who we're hoping to get on the show soon. She's been really busy. Budding artist. Picked up another one of her pieces a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think she's further on than budding. I think she's just amazing.
Oh, sure. I can't believe I said that. And then I also have spoken to a dear friend of the show and of us, my friend Smack Lamar from Scotland. He is slated to be on a future episode with us, as he's going to jump on and talk with us about all the things he does, including his most recent work in esports. So more to come on that. But you came up with a topic or a what do you want to call it? Walk us through what we're going to do tonight.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I came up with it. I think that it was like, hey, this would be a good idea to do this. A lot of, you've seen a lot of like fast answer sorts of segments on podcasts and stuff like that.
Sure.
And this one I thought of, I popped up with the game This or That. And I was thinking, like, we could actually probably use something like that. just to kind of like spark some conversation, because I have a feeling that there's going to be quite a few where we're different where we
Oh,
choose
sure.
different things, so I think it'll not only help our audience get to know us a little bit better, but I think help each other, like help us get to know each other better. So yeah.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
it's also very conducive to audience participation for those who are with us in chat. So we encourage them to participate as well as they do week to week. George, before we get to the this or that, you mentioned you went to Fast 10. And oh gosh, I had a question for you and it just went away.
What was my snacks? Powerade, medium, and some gummy bears.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
you mean, that's a great question. What is your go-to snack in a movie theater?
Yeah, I love it.
I always get too much popcorn.
Pickles.
Of
Pickle
course.
and nachos. Well, it depends. Okay, so if it's the little pickles in the little pouch, they have to cut the top off and pour the juice out of. Those aren't very good. I mean, they're okay. They'll do. But I prefer like when you have to buy like a giant gallon-sized jar of best made pickles. Yeah, and nachos.
Did you just wait? I'm confused. Did you just say pour the juice out?
Yeah, because no. Wait a minute. Wait.
I'm so confused.
It is this like Ziploc bag or like plastic sealed bag with the pickle inside, and it's filled to the brim with juice to keep it
fresh,
pickly. And they cut the tip off, and then they pour out the juice so that you're not like trying to eat your pickle and like getting juice all over you.
But don't you want to keep the? I'm confused because we've talked so many times, all of us, about pickles, and I'm always the one in the wrong. But now you're telling me you're going to waste all that?
I'm not going to dry off my pickle.
No, I know,
juice,
but
there's
you're
still
not
going to be plenty of juice in there.
Oh,
okay. The pouch is so small that if I hold it, I have to cut it open so I can get to the pickle.
Of course,
if I cut it open and I hold it, the juice will go everywhere. Like it's full of juice.
Got it.
So.
Okay, I've never had a pickle with movie theater.
So talking about pickles real quick, pre-COVID world, pre anything really in 2015, 2016, I used to work at the Mayan, the Santikos movie theater.
Yeah.
And I remember being registered at the register, and again, pre-COVID world, it used to be just a bucket of pickles. And here's the thing is then you would have, and with all due respect, you would have the Susans of the world who would like be like, I need that thick, juicy pickle right there.
Okay.
And I don't want that one. It looks like it's, there's a little bit of a brown tint to it. I don't want that one. It doesn't look wrinkled enough. I want that pickle right there.
So I'm not quite that anal about it. Like, is it a pickle? Excellent. That's for me. Like, I'm not going to be like a pain in the ass to whoever's at the register. Be like, oh no, the one behind it. No, the one behind under.
Oh, see, I probably would though.
I retract my statement. You have the Sergios of the world.
And she can tell you straight up, because when we're at the donut shop to get apple fritters, I point out the ones I want. So, I have to ask, George, did y'all use tongs at least?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So it used to be, it was tongs, and then, God, I want to say it used to be like a little brown paper bag that you would just throw the pickle in there.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
And then I think eventually it was people would just ask the pickle to be thrown on top of their popcorn.
Oh,
and I'm like, dude, I'm okay with that,
No.
I mean, I would probably do that on top of nachos.
Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
That was back in the day of no restrictions. People don't give a damn about anything.
Savage mentions that her go-to theater snacks are hot dogs and milk duds. I've never quite gotten the hang of milk duds in terms of really liking them, but I understand that. Hot dog, definitely. If I go there to a movie and I haven't eaten and like it's around dinner time, hot dog is my go-to. Otherwise, popcorn. And Drew says, "Is there such a thing as too much popcorn?" No, there's not. No, there's not. So Kevin Sparkle Pants purse candy is my go-to. I think I know what that means. So
I hate you so much.
I remember what I wanted to say to George before we got into this and that. So, Susan, first of all, thank you for bringing us this week's topic.
Okay.
Before we get to it, though, George,
Mhm.
oh God, oh yeah, you introduced me. I wanted to mention this,
Oh, yeah.
especially since we have Drew on the line. You introduced me to something that brought full joy into my life, because a couple of years ago, many of you know, I did a cross-country trip, 26 states, 11 days, and I ended up, as part of that trip, in Detroit. And in Detroit, I was introduced to Detroit-style pizza, which I never knew was a thing. And ever since then, I was like, I'll never experience it again without making it myself. Well, George, I want to say on air publicly to everyone here, thank you. Because you introduced me to a place here in San Antonio that does Detroit-style pizza. And I'm happy to share with you that Drew went there today. And Drew, if you want to comment and let us know what you thought, I'm just stoked. And I wanted to thank you on the show for literally closing a gap in my life by introducing me to VO313.
Yeah, man. What's crazy about it is, we work pretty close to it to begin with. And it was one of those where it was just literally, hey, where do you want to go eat for lunch? Well, I don't know. And I was like, well, let me show you a place. And it was via 313. And,
Yeah.
that literally, I get the message, and this is for everybody. I get a message in Messenger saying they sell Detroit pizza there. And I literally was, is that a good or bad thing? And the fact that he didn't respond for 10 minutes, I was just like, oh my God, I given Sergio a bad place. I maybe he doesn't like this type of pizza or whatever. And no, he's like, I've been searching for this all my life, or ever since then. And I was like, well, bro, let's go. And we did we did that, and then we did the cinnamon sticks, which I went into a coma afterwards. But
wow, those were yeah, it was you, me, and Nick, and man, to describe to you the way we dragged ourselves out of that place to get back to work. That was the tough part, because we went during lunch from the office, and man, it was like The Walking Dead, just trying to get back to the building. But yeah, to sort of stress, Drew says, screw Pizza Hut now, via 313 is life. So yes, absolutely. So thank you again for that. And I was appreciative of that. I want to say hello to Captain Sparkle Pants, and Rasta Funk Jr. is in the house. I miss hearing the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. I'll be back to streaming hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, so thank you for letting me take that little detour, Susan, from the this or that to make sure I thanked George. We got to get you there, Susan, because you got to try this out. So
I don't know. I might be in San Antonio this weekend, so
possibly I won't be, but so anywho, yeah, so let's get this party rolling. I understand you've got some topics for us.
I do. So the point of it, I guess, is you have to choose one of the two things. You can't say, oh yeah, no, neither of those, or you can't say, oh yeah, both of those, because that defeats the purpose.
Right.
And I don't know Sergio, if you want to do like a couple and then we discuss the ones we did, or if you want to, it just, I'm really, I'm here for the lulz. So, we could go like lightning round.
Okay.
Just like answer questions and then go back and talk about them, I think. So the first list that I came up with was actually all food related.
Of course.
Was an accident.
Oh,
I was hungry. Okay.
Darn.
I was hungry.
Well, why don't we do this? Let's go through them and just leave it open to if any one of us want to rabbit trail the topics and chat about them, then let's just do that. And let's kind of let nature,
we rabbit trail. When did we start that?
Never.
No. Dude, no, we are straight and narrow on this show. We don't ever trail off to different paths that we don't belong on.
Yeah, because we haven't already done that in this episode.
Never.
No.
Never.
We stick to scripts, okay?
I have a feeling we're gonna rabbit trail the first one. So
we might. Okay.
Cross our
So
fingers.
back on the pickle topic because I'm obsessed with pickles. Do you like your pickles sliced, spears, or whole?
Oh, that's
Hmm.
so that's a okay. Um, Whoosh.
I'm gonna start spears.
Okay.
Because I can
Spears?
deal with either one of those out of the way. I I like spears. I just feel like it's not a lot, it's not a little, it's just a perfect balance.
Yeah, I think spears also, and but I okay. Sorry, rabbit trail. So you mentioned pickles, sliced spears, or whole. If I had a
Yeah.
choice, I would prefer that they be spears, um, unless they're fried. Then they got to be sliced.
What?
Okay.
Because I've
Yeah.
been to places, Alamo Draft House, where if you order fried pickles, they do them in spears, and for some reason that just doesn't work. So
It's
Yeah,
better.
I
Alamo
can't do whole.
Draft House.
I can't do whole pickles.
It's
Yeah,
like
Alamo
there's more to the fried pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the like you have the bite and then all the breading falls off.
That's
At
why
one
you
Wait,
put.
on
That's why you eat the whole
Bre-
thing all
on
at once.
on spear fried pickles.
oh, got you. Yeah.
Fried pickles are 2 bites for me, and boom, we're done.
I'm gonna go with whole pickles. That's my
Yeah, I'm not
I like
surprised.
eating whole pickles. Yeah, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
rude.
Well, no, I'm just saying because it would seem like that's kind of your thing.
Mhm.
In the chat, Roster mentions I only eat fried pickle slices, which makes sense. Those who join you, Susan, with the whole pickle action is Captain Sparkle Pants and Savage. And yeah, fried has to be burger slices. I agree, Drew.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
All right. Well, there we go.
Okay. Another pickle one. I promise this is the last pickle one for right now. Okay.
For right now.
For right now, she says.
So there's 4 different types of pickles. If you are, super pickle connoisseur like myself, I mean, there's more of them, but if you had the choice of dill, sour, kosher, or sweet, which pickles would you choose?
I go with kosher. I got to go with kosher.
What's the difference between dill and kosher?
Kosher has usually a lot of like seasoning spices, like whole chunks of garlic and peppers in the jar, and they're prepared a little bit differently so that they can actually be kosher.
Okay, then dill it is. But
Yeah,
I gotta say, like, I talked about it a couple weeks ago. The moment I ate it, what is it? Those sliced spicy dill pickles from HEB. Oh my god, they are bomb AF. I
Yeah.
was in heaven, and I ended up just eating those pickles just out of the container. I was like, I don't need them in sandwiches, but
Which pickles?
the spicy dill pickle. I think there's dill. Yeah, the
Okay.
Spicy
spicy sliced pickles.
So, to that point, was it an HEB brand?
Yeah, it was HEB.
Okay. So, and the reason I ask is because in the chat, Drew says HEB barbecue pickles, and I just looked them up,
Mhm.
and I'm
So
like,
good.
I
Yeah,
need to find that.
they're so good. I'm gonna say dill also because sour pickles are just like it's like vinegar, straight vinegar. It doesn't have any flavor. Vinegar and citric acid. But dill actually has, dill and other spices in it.
Have either one of you, and it's your comment, Susan, and that reminded me of this, and also those who are saying sweets are the worst. Have either of you had Wickles? I don't think they're a thing anymore, but did y'all ever have them when they were out?
They're still a thing.
Are they?
They I have not. I have been told so many times
They're
that I have to
delicious.
try Kool-Aid pickles. I've
Oh.
had Wickles, pickled jalapenos.
Okay. Yeah, they're more of a sweet pickle, which is why I was thinking about them. Those who are downing the sweet pickle experience. I get it. It's not for everybody. But for some reason, Wickles are sweet, but also spicy. And I think that's maybe why I was drawn to them. So
There is actually a thing that exists. So I've seen like a bunch of people. There's one of the things that I've learned about recently, and one that I've known about for a while. So people will take their jar of pickles, buy a jar of pickle spears and you eat 1 or 2 out of it. And they'll pour like a packet of like the Hidden Valley Ranch powder that you use to mix dips with. You pour it in there and shake it up, and then you wait a couple days or whatever and eat it. Apparently that's amazing. The thing that I've heard about before is the same thing, but with a packet of sweetened Kool-Aid mix.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And your pickles turn like whatever color is sweet.
Right.
And I've always kind of like, I want to try it, but I also don't like sweet pickles, but it's already got the dill and sour flavor, so it won't be sweet. You know what I mean? I'm like, torn.
I do a food tasting show. Just, throwing that out there.
What?
So.
You do?
I think the three of us have to do a Kool-Aid pickle episode. So
we should do a Kool-Aid and ranch pickle episode.
I mean, yeah, we got to try at least one that's going to gross us out. So, all right, well, there you go. Look at that product of your project. We now have an episode the three of us have to do soon.
Okay, so
alrighty,
so pickle and plus additive. I'm writing it down. Okay.
I don't know about that ranch pickle.
I don't know.
All right, are you sure that's the last pickle one? Because if you have more, it's okay.
That's the last pickle one for now.
For now.
For now. I'm never done with pickles. Okay. Another food related one. When you get juice, orange juice, lemon juice, whatever, do you like pulp or no pulp?
I'm thankful for medium pulp. Because I play the middle.
That's not one of the answers.
Oh, sorry. Then yeah, if I have to choose, it's gonna have pulp.
I'm a pulper. I love pulp.
Mm-hmm.
No pulp.
Pulp is delicious.
No.
I want to be able to eat my orange juice.
So, I don't want to chew my drink.
It's like second drink when you chew your drink at that point.
Not chewing my drink in the first place. Yep. We recently experienced that.
Savage, we aim to please. She says my sensory issues are really showing here. So, yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
I think, like, honestly, I think I was hungry when I originally wrote this list. So I got a few other ones. Like the second half of the list is not food related. So we'll go there next.
All right, cool.
So in terms of melon, do you like honeydew or cantaloupe?
You're going to make me choose. Oh,
I'm going to make you choose. And I knew that this was going to be a tough one for you.
This is beyond tough.
It's a tough one for me.
Have you had both, George?
I've never had either.
What?
Well, I mean, melon. No, it's possible that they threw it in like one of my fruit cups and I just didn't pay attention. But
you haven't had like cantaloupe?
I don't.
The orange one?
You live in Texas.
Okay, I mean, there's a chance I've gotten it, but it's not like something I asked for.
Okay, all right. That's another one going on the food episode.
Oh no, disgusting.
This is a tough one for me. But can I talk about my sharp edges thing to educate our listeners? The way to know if you're buying like pre-cut melon, be it cantaloupe or honeydew, look at the edges. If they're sharp, they're not ripe, and they're going to taste awful. They're going to taste awful. Okay. See, Savage already posted the answer I wish you had included as an option. I am oh God, I got to go with cantaloupe. Oh God, I'm sorry, honeydew. I love honeydew melon so much, but I love cantaloupe just a little bit more. But if you put them together, I'm a happy guy, and I'll probably be healthier too. So.
I'm gonna say cantaloupe too, but for a different reason, because I don't think I had honeydew melon until I was a grown ass adult living on my own, like, well, with that guy.
That guy.
Cantaloupe was something from my childhood. Like my dad used to get cantaloupes like once or twice a week during the summer times, and we would just eat it, like have it. He had a box like this big, full of just sliced melon.
Did you ever do that thing where you scoop out the center of it, like you have it, cut it in half, you scoop out the center and you put vanilla ice cream? Oh, I can tell you haven't. Have you not
What?
done this?
What?
Oh.
No.
Look, listen.
Oh,
You will thank
no.
me. The way that I gave props to George about Via 313, you take half of a cantaloupe, you scoop out the seeds, obviously, and you pop vanilla ice cream into the middle of that bad boy, and you just go to town. You Breyer's natural vanilla. So you got dude, and listen, Raziel Prime, here we go. Boom. That's the best. So I hope he's talking about what I'm talking about. So. Yeah, you got to try it if you haven't done it. I feel like I brought the whole show to a stop.
Well, I mean, we're talking about this, and like, there's people in the chat that are saying like watermelon. That wasn't one of the choices.
But
The
we
point
respect
is
their
to choose the choice. I
God.
appreciate it. However, choose right. Yeah, I have a tough time with watermelons because, especially as of late, any of the watermelon that I've gotten at the store, even like whole and I slice it myself versus buying the pre-sliced stuff, it's grainy, which I've done a whole bunch of like research and stuff, but we're not going to talk about that. So it's okay. Wait, hang on. Savage, you said you don't like other melons. Do you like cucumbers? It's just follow me on this for a second. I'm leaning really far back in my chair. Sorry, guys. So watermelon are related to cucumbers.
And she says, no, I do not.
It's kind of it's if you get a cucumber that's really ripe and you slice it and like close your eyes, you can smell like it smells like the same smell of the rind, like cutting the rind of the watermelon. Yeah, fun fact of the day. Wow. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So I just want to ask all of those of you in chat, the day that you decide to go grab a cantaloupe and have it with a vanilla ice cream in the middle, you need to come back and report and let me know. You know where to find me.
Sounds like a thread.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like a thread,
I know I'm going to hear from folks. In fact, folks like Rihanna, who's now in the chat, welcome, Rihanna. Thank you for joining us here tonight.
All right. Next one. On your when you get a cinnamon roll, do you like it to have cream cheese icing or buttercream icing?
When I get a what?
Cinnamon roll.
Buttercream. Like, I don't think I've ever thought about putting cream cheese on top of it.
I have to agree. I'm a traditionalist.
Have you ever had Cinnabon?
I mean, yeah, I've had it, but it's not my first preference.
They use cream cheese icing.
Absolutely. But that's not my preference. I'm not really a big fan of Cinnabon.
I've never been a Cinnabon. So no.
All right, there's another episode like it. I like cream cheese icing. Because I like that little bit of like tartness, I guess. Because otherwise it's like sugar and butter, which is great. Amazing. But I like a little bit of a tang in it.
I love cream cheese frosting. Don't get me wrong, because I mean, carrot cake.
What's in the container that you pop?
Depends on which one you buy.
Pillsbury.
Because it depends on which one you buy. They have available cream cheese icing and buttercream icing.
Have y'all done with the orange icing?
They have. I was gonna say they also have orange icing. I've never done that. I haven't done that.
Right here with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. No, I'm just
kidding. Okay, next question. If you had to choose food with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, no, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Okay,
before we move on to the not food related one, last one of this one. Cheddar cheese. Sharp or mild?
It's funny you asked that, because just the other day I was like, I can't tell the difference. Like cheese. Cheddar.
Cheese. Cheddar.
Oh man. George?
I don't know. Whatever's in my HEB order. Whatever's the first one that I see.
Well, and I think I think, Susan, for me, it's because cheddar is not my first choice of cheeses. Like when I shop for cheese, I'm always into the whole habanero jack. There's a Boar's Head like 3 pepper cheese that I'm absolutely like in love with right now. So I can't think of the last time that I purposefully chose just cheddar anything. So it's hard for me to say.
Yeah, I even go with
That's
like
another.
Mexican cheese, like if there was a Mexican cheddar cheese or
Cotija and
yeah, shredded cheese. Yeah,
Oaxaca. So
God, was it queso? Was it queso fresco?
queso fresco.
Queso fresco.
Mira.
Okay.
Mira.
Well, what about you,
Quesadillas.
Susan? What is your answer? And
I
what's
like
the
sharp.
difference?
I like sharp cheddar because it's that same tanginess that like the frosting. It's got more tang. It bites more. I don't know how to explain.
I may have to do like a
It's been
taste
more
test side by
intensely.
side.
I actually wrote that down on my list. We're gonna do a blind taste test.
I'm good. Table cheese. I like the sound of that. Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board. Okay, non-food related ones. Finally,
Oh.
sorry.
No, finally,
I
I'm kind of
have
for some reason
more-
I'm kind of sad. So
I
I'm
have way more food. Okay. Well, actually, I am not done with the food related ones because there's one on my list over here. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
crunchy,
Crunchy, hands down.
Ew.
crunchy.
High five.
High five.
Smooth. How do you
Yeah.
do that? It's like mushy, and then you like.
Oh man, it's
It's
the
the
best.
best. Yeah.
Who
Oh my
are we,
God.
George and I never agree on anything.
We just become best friends.
Yup.
Do you want to go do karate?
There's so much room for activities. Oh
right.
man. And apparently,
Oh.
George, we're alone because everybody's saying smooth.
I know. It's this show is about to end.
Good night, everybody. Yeah, no, I assume, Susan, you go with smooth.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't handle okay. So I am a texture person, as we've
Okay.
discovered. If there's too many textures in one bite,
Mhm.
it's so overwhelming and it almost makes me like sick, like it makes me gag.
Gotcha.
So like the peanut butter is kind of sticky and so add to that it's crunchy.
Yeah.
The jelly is kind of sticky, slimy, and the bread is squishy.
Yeah.
That's
I get
4
that. I get that.
textures.
I get that. For my and the difference for me is like I love smooth peanut butter, don't get me wrong. There's something about the added texture of the crunchy that works for me, but I will say this. I will not do peanut butter and jelly unless it's smooth. For some reason when I've had, and I think it's kind of what you're talking about, when I put a like crunchy peanut butter and then grape jelly, which is my go-to jelly for peanut butter and jelly, it's I think because of the combination of the peanut butter and jelly, the texture those things are, the nuts in the crunchy peanut butter cut through it in a really weird way. And so if I have just crunchy peanut butter, it's toasted bread, crunchy peanut butter, and a small sprinkling of sugar, and that's it. No jelly. So
I mean, I've never done that, but that sounds pretty good also. But yeah, everything with my peanut butter and jelly is just straight, crunchy peanut butter and a variety of different types of jelly. I like grape jelly.
and a fried egg.
Yeah, and a fried egg. Yeah, we go back to talking about that. But but it's like gosh, I had something to say about that. It's crunchy peanut butter and sliced apples. Thank me later.
Well, now I got to try that.
That's a lot of textures again.
What kind of apple?
I mean, is there a difference of apples or?
Okay, that's another conversation for another day. Because yes, there are many.
I mean, the purple,
It's a
the red apple,
There's only 2 correct apples.
the green apple, and the red apple.
No, Gala and Honeycrisp. So
The red apple is the one that I'm. Red sliced apples.
All right. I don't know. I'm yeah. I was gonna say, have you ever tried mixing honey into your peanut butter?
oh, absolutely. Listen,
Yeah.
I married the woman I married because one day I came home. We were still best friends, like we weren't dating yet, and she offered me peanut butter on a cracker, like a saltine cracker, and I
love
ate it,
that.
and I was like, what sorcery is this? Why is the peanut butter sweet? And she showed me, and she learned this from her dad, that when you start to get to about a halfway point of the peanut butter jar, you squeeze copious amounts of honey into it and you mix it up. And wow, will you marry me? So 30 years later.
And that's how that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So when you're
Oh,
shopping,
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Captain Sparkle Pants in the chat. Syrup and peanut butter?
Same concept, but with maple syrup instead.
Oh, ooh, that seems very cloying, but now I got to try it. All right, sorry.
You gotta try it. I don't.
That
I'm not.
that,
Maple syrup isn't my favorite.
the peanut butter and crackers kind of, flashback to one of my child memories of same thing, like saltine crackers, peanut butter, and then a dab of jelly, and just eating peanut butter jelly like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was a gourmet snack after school right there.
Did you squeeze did you do the little sandwich and did you squeeze it so that the jelly would come through the holes in the cracker?
Cannot confirm nor deny, but I know that
if you haven't, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Just once in your life, do it again and squeeze it, and that jelly seeps through. You'd hate it, Susan. You would hate it because it'd be all over the place.
I'm literally thinking about like.
It's so great. It's so great. Do the Drew. Peanut butter is my ice cream. There you. Oh, in her. Oh, I thought he said is my ice cream. He says peanut butter in his ice cream. So, yeah, I can go with that. All right.
When you're shopping, do you shop sort it by price or sort it by rating?
Oh, when I'm online shopping?
When you're online shopping, do you sort it by price?
Reveal too much about me.
Or by rating?
I'm cheap. I go by price. I sort by price.
I'm with this guy. Unless it's something where, like, if everybody's like, oh my god, it is so amazing, you got to try it, or oh my god, it's such a limited time, then I might be obliged to look at the ratings and see if it kind of matches up. But 9 times out of 10, my card is just, oh, there's a coupon for that. What? There's a coupon for getting some fish and some cheese. I will gladly take that. So
yeah.
I sort by rating.
Okay.
But I set a price limit on what I'm going to get. So I get the highest rated within my price range.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. The only time I do rating is if I'm booking a hotel, because I want to know what the guest ratings are within whatever town I'm in. And then from there, what I do is I scroll until I find a price point that makes sense to me.
So the same.
Yeah. And my threshold is like, if I start getting into the like high sixes, like 6 out of a 10, if I get into like 6.6, I'm like, oh God, maybe I just got to pay more money this time. It's too risky at a certain point.
I've been with you, and I'm not going to name where we were at, but I've been with you where, yeah, like you're like, oh, I got a good deal in a place. I'm like, cool. And then we get there and we're like, take your keys with you, take your bag.
Oh my God. One time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was one time, but like I've been with you when it's like that. It's just like, bro,
yeah,
like I don't,
we've also ended up in nice apartments though. So
1000%. We've
right.
lived like kings and queens
and eating franks and beans. So like, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I gotta go price.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. Where was the other thing? There was one more that I had on here that I really like. Okay. Well, actually, would you prefer, where did it go? Okay. Misspoken song lyrics or misquoted movie lines?
Which one annoys me more? Is that what the question is?
Which one would you choose?
Oh man.
You have to have one of them.
I'm gonna go with misquoted songs lines because I'm that person, so I would want other people like that with me. Movie lines, I'm just like, yeah, like, we can quote Step Bros, but like, nah, eh.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with song lyrics also. Just because I think there's more humor in that. If somebody like misquotes movie lines, I have to correct them. And with misquoted song lyrics, I laugh along because chances are I've done that too.
Mhm.
So of course I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I'm notorious for, and it's not even misquoted. I make shit up. So
Yeah. But
yeah.
it was like, when people are singing the wrong thing. So
Right,
like
right.
because they legitimately think that's the wrong thing.
Right.
I don't know. Like I don't have an issue with correcting people in terms of like movie quotes, but I can definitely say it makes my eye twitch when people have like the lyrics wrong.
Yeah.
I won't correct them, but I'll be like,
Have you ever corrected them and they insist that they're right, but they're not?
oh, 100%.
That gets annoying to me because I'm like, I will show you.
Exactly. Well, so when I worked at a club shop, and music playing overhead. We don't have control over it because corporations. And it was really early in the morning, and I was already really annoyed because I had to be there at like 5 or 4:30. And my coworker was a morning person with a capital M. And she was singing like at the top of her lungs to, I can't even remember. I mean, I have no clue what song it was. And she blurted out something that was completely nonsensical. And I was like, what did you just say? And she turned to me and said, wait, what? And I was like, sing that line again. And she said it again. I was like, it's da da da. She's like, no, it's not. I've sung this for years. I'm like, listen again. So we pulled it up on our phone and I was like, listen again. She's like, it's exactly what I said. So we ended up like finding it on the internet and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So fun.
I will say this. I've gone years with songs thinking I know the lyrics. And then one day I'll be like, oh, so and the most recent time happened 2 days ago. I was driving home and I was playing it's a combo, Funeral for a Friend and Love Lies Bleeding by Elton John. And I had just rewatched the concert that he did on Disney because it was the concert that you, me, and Kevin Sparkle Pants and Rihanna went to.
Mhm.
And you remember how thrilled I was that he played it live, and I sang along to it. And for some reason, I questioned myself the other day, and I was like, "Did I sing the right thing in the arena?" And so I looked up the lyrics, and I was singing along. I'm like, "Oh no, I have been fucking that line up forever." But now I'm a-okay.
Yeah,
my
there's a few
goodness.
of those.
That's funny.
There's no such thing as Google showing lyrics, the correct lyrics. I think Google just shows the wrong lyrics.
You
So,
think?
Yeah.
No.
So you're fine. You're perfectly fine. Like whatever you were singing originally is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever they showed you that was the correct way was probably wrong.
If you're and I want to amend what I said, but like if you're mistaking the song lyrics on purpose for funny, like my daughter has a shirt that says, "Whoa, lemon on a pear."
Right.
And I'm like, okay, you're being like, that's fine. You're being
That's
funny.
on purpose.
But if you
yeah.
insist that it's correct because you swear that that's like, it's not right.
Yeah.
We're halfway there.
Drew mentions comedian Peter
Yeah.
Kay. Peter Kay is known for his mishearing lyrics bits, and he's right. He's hilarious. So look up Peter Kay if you want to have some fun with misheard lyrics. It's good stuff. Indeed.
How much time we have? Do we have a couple more or no?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
It's our show. We can do what we want.
Would you rather have loud, obnoxious neighbors or quiet, creepy neighbors?
Okay. My answer is motivated completely by my dogs. I'm totally okay with quiet, creepy because loud, obnoxious gets these boys going. And yeah, I got to go with quiet, creepy because otherwise my dogs would never settle down. So
quite creepy.
Hmm.
Yeah, like right now I got. Hold on, I
Not
got
creepy, like dangerous, right?
I got loud neighbors, and they can probably hear me, so I gotta be very careful.
Yeah, but you live in an apartment complex. Like that's to be expected.
Bro, like the ones across the hall from me were like super ghetto earlier, and they were yelling about betrayal and side pieces, and the cops were called. So
Wow.
yeah, that was my afternoon, guys.
Yeah.
I'd go with the quiet creepy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I read that, I was thinking like not dangerous creepy, but like you kind of get you get that squicky feeling every time you see them, like that, like
Well, as long as they don't come near me, I'll be fine.
like dash past this. But then they're like, what if they try to? They're like, I bought you a pie. Anyway, so yeah, I I don't know. Like we're really fortunate. Our street is quiet. Nobody's creepy. So when we have a loud, obnoxious neighbor, it's all that much more obnoxious. So I think I would probably say quiet, creepy too.
Y'all's neighborhood is pretty nice. They let us shoot off fireworks. So
I was gonna say when it's time to get loud, like partying with fireworks, they're like, yeah, come on out, like pull our lawn chairs out in the street and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I got a this or that for y'all. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Y'all ready? I'm about to hit some nerves.
Oh no.
Would y'all rather have shoes that squeak whenever you move, or laces that never stay tied?
Oh God. I'll stop every few feet and tie my laces. I hate squeaky shoes. Good God.
Okay, squeaky like dog toy squeaky, or squeaky like
squeaky like whatever your definition of annoying is.
Yeah.
We'll just define it as that squeaky, whatever your definition of annoying is.
I'll deal with the laces.
And by laces, you were talking about every. Yeah, we'll go with every
time I stand up.
Yeah, every time you stand up, every time you move a couple feet, they kind of untie little by little.
Yeah, I because I have been the guy a couple of times in my life with the squeaky shoes, and I'm walking down like a hallway at work. And it's overly like loud because of like the echo. Yeah, I can't. And then just feeling like I can't go back in the hallway until everybody's gone. So, yeah.
Okay, so the amount of times that I have gone ass over tea kettle because my shoes were untied, I'm clumsy. I'm already naturally loud, so let's just go ahead and put them squeakers on because I'm already naturally loud. People are going to be looking at me anyway, but I'm not going to fall on my face in the middle of the airport.
That's true. Yeah. I want to go on the record here on the show since a few of us are going to be together for Memorial Day in a couple weeks. Rihanna says she has a pair of shoes that sounds like suction cups gripping and popping off the floor as she walks. She needs to bring those shoes. I want to see that firsthand. I will literally like pay money to see that. So
you'll have your opportunity.
I hope so. Oh my goodness.
I've had squeaky shoes, like you said, and then that kind of reminds me because like and correct me if I'm wrong, nurses kind of have specific shoes they have to wear. Generally it's like they want to make them comfortable, or do they have to be like a certain approval to them? Because I think then again I haven't been to a hospital in a very long time, I could have sworn their shoes are very squeaky.
Not at my corporation. I mean, we don't have that as part of a uniform requirement.
Yeah.
Wear whatever's comfortable. And so for some people, that's the $180 like really nice shoes, and then for me, it's like the $42 ones off of Amazon. Because I work in surgery though, I can't bring my shoes home. I took my shoes to work one day and left them.
Yeah.
So they can't come home until they're worn out, and then they get thrown away at the hospital. But yeah, no, I will admit though that like the shoes that are marketed towards nurses, like the Danskos and the Allegrios, are squeaky. I'm like, I want a pair so badly because they look so comfortable, but I'm also like, I'm not gonna pay that. But also, like, people are gonna be like, you're fancy with your shoes. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Yeah. But okay, but and ask that guy over there. Someone, and I want to say that it was my sister, bought my daughter when she was very small a pair of shoes that were squeaky shoes. They had a dog squeaker in the heel.
Oh,
The heck?
It was you?
I was gonna say I'll have to talk to Becca. Was it
Yeah,
Cullen?
that was me.
Plot twist.
Good night, everybody. If you want to speak to Cullen, do it now.
Might want to like, what is it? Hide your camera while you go.
Hive his eyebrows will be gone in the morning. But no, and he didn't tell me. And I think I woke up from a nap or something, and she was walking around the house like squeaka, squeaka, squeaka. And we had a dog, so I was like, "What is the dog doing?" I came downstairs, and she was going squeaka, squeaka, squeak. I was like,
And this whole
What
time you thought it was Becca?
"Torture is this?" Yeah,
Wow.
I've given her shit about it too, but like, you know, she doesn't like, she's a good sport. I love my sister.
That's hilarious.
She's a good sport.
Love it.
Let's see. Would you rather attend a party or host a party?
Oh, man. At my age, at this point in life, attend, but I won't. I'll just give my apologies. But I'm done hosting. I used to love to host, and I would cook like crazy. And yeah, no, I'm gonna attend, but I'm so sorry, I won't be able to make it after all. So,
Wow.
George,
Damn.
I feel like you're a hoster.
I am. Sadly, I am, and I hate it because I
Not
regret
sadly.
it. I regret it every single time whenever they're like mopping up the floors and sweeping up everything. And I'm like, when the heck did they drop cake? I didn't even serve cake, and you know that kind of reaction. It's like, you know, but you know, yeah,
It's probably Boston cream pie.
yeah, which is a cake.
That's right.
Oh my god. I'm gonna also say with hosting, because I like being comfortable. If I'm in other people's houses, there's always this like, I don't know, subconscious fear that I'm gonna like knock over this vase from the Ming Dynasty or whatever that's in their living room, or like clog up their toilet and be like, hey, by the way,
It's a little too much info, but okay.
you've seen like you know, like you've seen Dumb and Dumber, like that's hilarious. The toilet wasn't working, but like, or you know, like something got messed up, and I happened to be the one that last touched it, and so then they're like, well, you have to pay for the repairs of like the sink pops off and like goes flying everywhere, and there's water spraying, and it's like, I just touched it, like I didn't, you know, that's my like secret fear. If I break something here, I could be like, just close the door. Don't go in there. Like,
don't go in there.
We've got other sinks.
There's bathrooms.
Yeah, this is don't come here. Or like having a drink or a food. I feel like I can't take a second, sir. It's weird. It's weird to say it like this, but like I feel like responsible for everybody at the party that I'm attending to have enough food. So I'll take less.
Yeah.
And I feel self-conscious going back for seconds because I already went once, and people
at your own party.
Look at you. No, at other people's
Oh,
parties.
it's somebody else's.
At my party,
yeah,
it's my house, my rules. I'm going to eat whatever I want.
Right.
And I will eat all of it. But I'll also make sure everybody has food first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't do it at other people's houses. It's weird.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Well,
party at Susan's.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just say the day. We'll do it. I've got extra couches.
Yeah. Well, Susan, this was fun. Thank you for taking us through. I don't think this will be the last time we do this. So
yeah, no, there's tons of questions.
This was a whole lot of fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat who's been participating. We appreciate you doing that. And before we land the plane on this week's episode, a couple of things I want to share. I think the last time we talked, I was getting ready to play Jedi Survivor, and I have finished Jedi Survivor. And so I have had a lot of fun. Very proud. But did y'all happen to see, speaking of video games, did y'all happen to see this whole Mortal Kombat 1 business? That George, how you feeling? What are your thoughts?
I don't have quite the response from it after seeing some things, and I'm just like,
that's okay. I'm excited.
I mean,
I'm gonna get the premium version.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm happy that we'll play it and I'll beat you. But yeah.
Well, thanks to Raziel Prime for sending me all of the information today regarding that. So I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah. Any games y'all are playing lately that people should try?
I have the beta for the Harry Potter Quidditch, whatever thing is.
Okay.
I don't know if that's cool or not, but I think that was pretty interesting.
If you find it cool.
Yeah, that's this weekend. But if not, I've been playing a lot of Destiny, and right now it's the Guardian games, and I'm like ranked really high, so I gotta play the heck out of it over the weekend.
There's a new Zelda game, I hear.
Tears of the Kingdom!
Little game.
Wow.
I have it.
Nice. Have you played it?
I dabbled.
You dabbled.
I haven't made enough. I haven't actually made time to spend time on it because I know with certainty that if I were to say, okay, let's play.
Yeah.
I'll be like, sit down at noon and be like, oh man, I'm kind of hungry. Let me get something to eat. And I'll look down and it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah. Raziel Prime mentions that he's playing it right now, and it sold 10 million copies in 3 days, according to the powers that be. Hey, did you guys know that Gator and Savage are playing New World?
Switch.
Congrats.
I was looking for a bigger reaction. Sorry, guys, but I'm
so excited.
I'm excited they're playing because very soon we're going to be able to expedition together, and we need the help. So,
I mean, okay, guys, you need me to come out of retirement for a New World. I'll be glad to join.
Gator and Savage will get us through. I have confidence in them. So,
you know,
he has
if you guys,
Zelda edition.
I know it's very pretty.
Switch.
That's cool. Pretty. I have one Switch. That's all I need. So. All right. Well, there you go. So this has been fun. Before we close it out, we're going to do our TikTok of the week. But again, before we do that, thank you to all of you who've been with us this evening. It's great to be back after a couple of weeks. And we very much look forward to continue to be with you here Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central going forward. So make sure you stop by and hang out with us. We really, really do appreciate having you here. And as much as we look forward to doing the show, I know that George, Susan, and I talk often about how much we enjoy seeing y'all here. So please spread the word, bring your friends, and we'll continue to have fun. Right now, though, we're going to go ahead and look at our TikTok of the week, courtesy of Babcat.
It's my favorite.
One of those after I read this review. It says 5 stars. This place is gorgeous. The architectural finishes are absolutely mesmerizing. The history and cultural relevance of this place are very humbling. Lucky to have seen it so close up. All right. Well, where would that be exactly? Oh, okay. The Costco food court. Oh.
love it. Yeah,
I love
Babcat has
that cat.
become one of my absolute favorite.
She's so
channels.
amazing. I love that cat, and I will forever be fan.
Indeed. And we will forever be a fan of all of you. So once again, on behalf of George and Susan, thank you so much for being here with us. And we leave you the way that we always do, reminding you that you are awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. We'll see you next time on A Few Minutes With. Good night, everybody.